On Fox 15.
Chomp time. Brought to you by the Medical Center of Southwest Louisiana and Women's and Children's Hospital.
Welcome to Chomp Time. My name is Andy Davis. To my left, the head coach of the IceGators, Coach Don Murdoch. And Coach, welcome back. Finally, 19 straight days on the road. Finally back home opening weekend. I know you're really looking forward to getting back here, and it's a good way to start with a couple of games this weekend.
Yeah, it is. I mean, everybody likes to get back off the road, and unfortunately, it was a long road trip. I mean, we saw every part of the country, Andy. We right from the south to the north, and I'm real proud of the guys. They all stuck together. We saw a lot of positive things on this hockey club. Some of the young kids stepped up. The veterans hung in there. And definitely coming back to having our home opener and our own fans is just a plus. And you know, myself and Dennis Holland, the new coach, is we're excited to see him. We saw an exhibition game. We haven't seen it with the building full, and we're hoping that it's going to be jam-packed and everybody's rocking and rolling.
Well, we want to talk about some of the games on the road trip, but first of all, let's talk about the road itself. And you haven't been on a bus in about 25 years, and they threw you right into the fire there. 22-hour trip on the way home, plus lots of other hours scattered in between that. So talk about being back on the road and back on the old bus.
Well, like I said, they did break me in good. I mean, cripes, that first one we head out, we were 18 hours to South Carolina and, and up to Virginia. But, it's not like the old day bus, the old Iron Lung that I was on before. It was, it's a little more modernized, and it's a lot more comfortable, but it still takes its wear and tear on you as a person. And I can't imagine as a coach, but as a hockey player, it must wear and tear on those guys because they got to practice, they got to work hard and all that stuff. So, yeah, definitely it broke me in real big time.
Let's talk about the games themselves. And people don't realize, first of all, talk about actually playing on the road and how it is so much different than playing back at home.
Well, like I said, on the road, the other team's has got the advantage with the chair. If you're down a goal, they got the fans cheering them. If you're up a goal, they got the fans cheering them. The advantages for us are that there's not a lot of pressure for us on the road. We don't have to be as fancy as you are at home. At home, you want to score goals for the fans, do the things like that. On the road, we just told them, Dennis Hall and I just said, look, let's keep it simple, do the right things in the game, and that's what the guys did. In the first couple of games, we had some tough times, and then, at the end, it really started to gel. We could see certain things. The youngsters were getting more confidence. The veterans are picking it up a bit. So, we were excited about the whole road trip.
What was most impressive is that the last two games they won so well. And like you said, the end of a very long road trip. That's tough to do, especially 3 games in 3 nights. But the game in Toledo, the game in Johnstown, perhaps the 2 best games of the trip.
Well, Dennis and I were talking. We were saying that how it, as coaches, we were tired. And I can imagine as a player that they're out there having to practice. They're the ones that got to get out there and physically do it. So we were sitting there being exhausted. I can't imagine what they did, but that's what shows you the things that we wanted to see when we started this trip. Who was going to step it up? Who was going to come there when we needed your crunch time? And we saw it. We saw some of the veterans. We saw some of the young guys stepped it up. I mean, Dave Arcenault come in and played 2 great games for us. The guys played behind him. So, like I said, there's a lot of positive that come out of this road trip.
They come back with a better than 500 record. You didn't mention a number of games you wanted to win beforehand to put the pressure on yourself, but you've got to be very pleased coming back over 500.
Well, as coaches, we said to each other, Dennis and I talked before the trip, but geez, if we come out of this road trip, 500, we'd be ecstatic. And to come out of it a little better than 500, we're really happy. So, things are clicking good.
We've got much more to talk about. First, we'll take a timeout and be back with more Chomp Time right after this.
I know all about Women's and Children's Hospital. Once I came to see my grandma after she had surgery. I've been here lots of times. I even stayed overnight one time with a real high fever. But today I'm here to see someone that I don't even know. That's him, my new little brother. When I grow up, I want to work here so I can help people.
Women's and Children's Hospital, growing with you.
Phil with Falks, did you know that? Falks has lowered prices on Kelly and Hallmark tires and custom chrome wheels. We've added more selection to our toolboxes, and we will continue to keep prices down. Come in and check out the new Flex-Top retractable truck canopy, steel cowl induction hoods, and chrome front bumpers. New stainless steel grill guards at the price of chrome. What a deal on stainless steel. Go to Falks, go to Falks, go to our 2 locations.
The new.
The all-new 99 Sierra, the truck for the 1%ers, those who want more. A more comfortable interior, a more powerful Vortex V8 engine, a stronger, stiffer, lighter frame.
The reviews.
99 Sierra is arguably the new state-of-the-art in the full-size truck business.
The deal.
Now, get special Smart Buy or Smart Lease payments on all new 99 GMC Sierras. See your Cajun Country GMC dealers today.
In Louisiana, values matter. Land matters. Friendships matter. And at Hibernia, service matters. The kind that brings value and convenience to you. With checking and savings accounts that actually give you something back. So why not switch to Louisiana's bank? We understand the things that matter most to you. Hibernia, where service matters.
Welcome back to Chomp Time. Time now for our featured player of the week. This week, John Spoltore off to another great start. John Spoltore, of course, led the East Coast Hockey League in scoring last year, and John, you're off to another great start this year. Talk about the first few games on the road, and the points really seemed to came for you there in the first few games.
Yeah, I think the first game was a good game for myself, and right there you get your confidence back. Yeah, I mean, like I've said before, I like starting on the road every year because it gives you a chance to work out the kinks, and you're not in front of the home crowd where you don't want to disappoint them. I think our power play was awful the first couple games. That's the kind of thing you don't want to do at home. You don't want the fans booing or stuff like that. So the last couple games really came on, and it was good. And now we're looking forward to playing at home.
Almost like a dress rehearsal of sorts, would you say, being able to be on the road and get some of the kinks out and really get into the groove coming back home?
Sure, dress rehearsal. Kind of like Halloween, I guess. Like I say, yeah, we like starting on the road. I'm one of the guys that likes being on the road. I like to travel. I don't mind the bus at all. Because I spend a lot of time on the couch at home, stuff like that, so I can lay around and watch TV on the bus. But it does get long. I really don't even know how long we were gone for, but I'm sure you could tell me. But we're happy to be back, and we're looking forward to playing home.
Talk about playing on the line. You've been switched around a little bit, but the most consistent guy on your line has been Mike Murray, and you guys have played very well together. Talk about playing with Mike and how you like playing on a line with him.
I like playing with Mike. He's one of the guys I like off the ice. Well, I like them all. What am I saying? But he's a good buddy of mine. He's just a great character guy off the ice and on the ice. And he's got the sidewind move that I know you've seen it. He switches his legs around and gets around people. But it's one of the more proficient moves in the league, I'd say. But he's fun to play with, and he's really come on the last couple of games, and hopefully he can carry that into the next couple of games.
And going back to your last answer, being on the bus, he's one of your cohorts back there in the back. You guys play cards pretty much straight through, and it seems like both of you guys win a lot of money back there.
He did well on the trip. I did fairly. I think I was even this trip. We don't play for money, of course. We just play for pride. But he had a good trip this road trip. I think you played a couple games, didn't you? Didn't do too well. Got cut to the B game. But yeah, he's just a funny guy. We have some laughs, and I know he's happy to be home. He made it through the whole trip without any bruises, and he was real happy to come see Joy at home. But last minute, I think he got a nice little scar there, stitches. But funny kid. Good to have him on the team.
Take us back to last year a little bit, and of course getting called up to Providence with the American Hockey League. He played so well up there. Talk about playing at the American Hockey League and what differences you noticed playing up there.
I don't know what the difference. I'd say they're obviously faster and bigger, but I found it a little easier to play there because it's more controlled. One of the things I was really fortunate was Roger Maxwell was up there. We all know him. He played here last year. He's a great guy, too, and he really made me feel at home. The guys were really nice up there, really welcomed me, and I think the first game I got out there in my first shift, I got a point, and that just settled me right in, and from then on, things worked out well for me.
Something you'd like to do again?
Get called up to Providence or the ECHL?
Anywhere.
Well, I want to be here. I mean, yeah, you always want to move up. I thought maybe I'd get a chance after Providence to start off somewhere, but that didn't happen, so I just came back here with a positive attitude, and I'm just trying to do whatever I can to help this team win, and if something comes up down the road, we'll have to look into it.
Of course, a lot of new faces on the IceGators this year. Compare, if you will, this team to some of the teams of years past. A lot of youth this year. That's really the thing that stands out.
They got a lot of youth. I mean, that's one thing I've liked about this team. It's not as experienced as the past teams, but you have younger kids that are going to make mistakes, but they're fun to watch. I mean, and they're fun off the ice. We have guys that you can compare to the last 4 years, when we were younger teams. But it's fresh. It's like I've said before, I like playing with guys like Parson, Louis, and the older guys. But I think it was time for a change maybe around here, and it's good that we got some young kids in.
Another change, of course, behind the bench, Don Murdoch and Dennis Holland. Talk about playing under those guys and how their systems affect your style of play, if at all.
I think it's pretty similar to what Shed's had here. Donnie Murdoch's more of a quiet coach. He's more a lot more positive on the bench. When you come off after a bad shift, he's not in your face. He knows that we're professionals. We know we make mistakes, but absolutely, when you come off and you do something well, he's there to let you know you did something well. And I think that's one of the key things about Donnie is you want a coach that you can play for and you respect and like off the ice, and he's definitely like that.
Their looks are as powerful as the performance they deliver. They are Yukon and Suburban, GMC's full-size sport utilities for $19.99. The dominating size, the muscular stance, and the fine detailing of a luxurious interior. It'll make you feel like you have the power to go anywhere. Feel the power. Drive a Yukon or Suburban by GMC. Your GMC dealer now has special smart lease or smart buy payments on Yukon or Suburban. So what are you waiting for? See your Cajun Country GMC dealers today.
I've been thinking lately. All things considered, I'm pretty special. I've had choices, made mistakes, but if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't change a thing. I'll never be a size 6 again. I'm getting older. But these things aren't important. What is important are my needs, my health, and my children's health. These are things I'll never compromise.
Your life, your needs, your hospital. Women's and Children's Hospital.
There's over $1 million waiting to be won at Players Island. Call now to receive your third clue. Your third clue to solving the 8-digit combination that'll crack our visible vault. Come and see the Great Pyramid of Cash right before your eyes. To take it home, you need to guess the code. And if you want a clue to the code, you need to phone the number below. The $1 Million Visible Vault, only at Players Island Casino. Exit 29 on the I-10 in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
What you doing, Frank?
Waiting for him to talk.
It's just a game. Frank.
Some nights I'm in here, and I swear, I can hear him talking.
We all have our demons, Frank.
Shh, quiet, you're gonna get us caught.
Charlie?
Yeah?
You hear something?
No.
Now?
No.
As a business owner, you know that you can spend big dollars on printing. That's why it's important to make the right choice when it comes to choosing your printer. Someone with integrity, quality, service, and delivery is what it's all about. At Express Printing, we can take your ideas from inception to completion all under one roof. From color brochures and posters to letterheads and business forms, Express Printing can make your business stand out among the competition. For attention to details and quality, remember Express Printing informs.
Welcome back to Chomp Time. And Coach, we talked to you a little bit about being on the road. We're going to chat with the players right now, but yourself coming back, you mentioned it before the exhibition game, but now a full crowd expected. It's going to be a great weekend of hockey. Talking about actually having the fans behind you now for a change.
Well, that's, like I said, that's a more plus for the players, but I'm excited to see it because I've heard so much about it, and I know Dennis is too, and like I said, having the fans behind you, you know, if you're up a goal to cheer you on, if you have to get down a goal, they're there to get you going, and I know that the players, as a player, you know, you always like that hometown crowd, and we're excited about seeing our guys, and I know it's been a long time coming, and we're ecstatic to get back out there. And number one is I want to see that Chomp a lot, so we're excited about it.
The players feel the same way. Let's see what they had to say.
Ask the Gators, brought to you by the Medical Center of Southwest Louisiana and Women's and Children's Hospital.
Chris, talk about coming back home and playing in front of the IceGator fans at the Cajun Dome.
It's always a treat, you know. Everybody's up in arms. First game of the year, so packed house, a lot of fun, excitement. You know, and that's what you look for. That's why you like to play, is in front of a packed house. And we're fortunate enough that we got the fans that like to come out and support us, and it's always a treat. You know, you go on the road and you see 500 people. You come home and you see, you know, 15,000.
It's the best part about playing at home.
Being at home, not having to travel 4,000 miles to the next game, getting in at 5 o'clock in the morning. You know, just the comfort level, just the people, just being in the surroundings that you feel like maybe the fans give you the, you know, 6'7" guy on the ice and maybe do it a little intimidating. So looking forward to more home games.
Well, it's different. I mean, I've always been booed, and every time I got in there, and now, okay, hopefully I'll get cheered on. But I mean, looking forward to it. I mean, it's going to have 12,000 screaming people, for our home opener, and I mean, if you can't get up for that, I mean, it's kind of tough to, even put on the equipment if that's the case. But I'm looking really forward to it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to get 2 points, and we're going to, take what we, what the organization done in the last 4 years into, the 5th year into the millennium, and we're going to go out and win some games and win a championship.
Well, like I said, I think my favorite part are the fans, and this year they're going to see a big difference, big change in the team, obviously, because of the players and different coaching staff, and I think it's going to be a good experience for them.
It'll definitely be nice to be home, and we're on a long road trip, 17 days. It was way too long. It was definitely an unfair trip, but it's nice to get home, and it'll be a good time.
Seeing some of the crowds and some of the other buildings up north, it really make you appreciate, how much more does it make you appreciate playing in the Cajun Dome?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's kind of odd when you go up there and you only have 2,000 or 3,000 fans in the building. So it'll be nice to see our home fans.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I saw the exhibition game. Looks like a pretty exciting place to play, and I just really can't wait to get back on the ice.
You played in a great building last year in Florida, but another nice one for you here in the Cajun Dome. What are your thoughts about playing there this year?
I'm really excited. I look forward to all the benefits that we do get down here. Everybody treats us well, and I'm just excited to really get back and improve my spot in the lineup.
I'm looking really forward to it. I heard it, have a lot of good fans here, and really looking forward to it.
You played in Huntington last year. It's quite a switch coming down here to Lafayette.
Yeah, we only average like 2,000 fans down there in Huntington. So here I heard it's like 10,000 fans. So there's no doubt about that. It's going to be better.
Hugo, a very long road trip for the IceGators. Talk about finally playing a game in the Cajun Dome.
I'm pretty excited to play in our building. The public going to cheer for us, and that's going to be a great night.
It was a long road trip. You saw a lot of different buildings, but the Cajun Dome, you played the exhibition game there, of course, and I know you're looking forward to seeing the fans there.
Yeah, I'm really for the Chomp, I think. That's a Chomp, and I'm pretty excited to see a lot of Chomp this night.
You have a word in French for Chomp?
No, not really.
You have to make one up.
Okay.
It's comfortable playing at home. I got our crowd on our side, and it's just good to be back off that bus.
You didn't like the bus very much?
No, well, it just got old, so it's 19 straight days, but it's nice now.
Played in a great building last couple of years. You were there, of course, last weekend in Toledo. Fans gave you a nice warm welcome there, but I'm sure you'll get a nice one down in Louisiana as well.
Yeah, it was really nice to play back in Toledo, see the fans again, and my friends and stuff like that. But, I moved on, new team and stuff, and hopefully it'll be more exciting down here, too.
Hey, get a load of the old timer.
That there is the legendary Radio Robert.
Who?
20 years ago, he was unstoppable. Had a slap shot you could hear but could not see, hence the nickname Radio.
Yeah, well, they can call him Rusty Robert now. Hey, Rusty!
Don't say it, Tony.
Still got that shot, Tin Man? Let's see it.
Oh. Punk. Hey, maybe you should be a goalie, Tony. Tony?
Filled with Falks. Did you know that? Bed covers. Falks has fiberglass that comes in black or painted to match your factory color. Heavy-duty aluminum roll top or the no-drill clamp-on vinyl at the right price. Nerf bars in black, chrome, and stainless steel at a real good deal. Falks has hitches, tailgates, headache racks, bumpers, and a large selection of grill guards in chrome, black, and stainless steel. Go to Falks, go to Falks, go to our 2 locations.
Alarms, putting security in a whole new light. Beacon Alarms, ECHL, putting security in a whole new light.
It's fiesta time at Picante Mexican Restaurant and Cantina. Dine in an authentic Mexican atmosphere. Pollerenos, camarones, surenos, enchiladas, burritos, sizzling fajitas, and more. Enjoy the daily lunch specials, appetizers, soups, salads, desserts, and el menú para los niños. Join your friends on the patio or sing until the donkeys come home with karaoke in the Cantina. Picante Mexican Restaurant and Cantina. I-49 North at the Glorious Witch exit.
Goals of the Week. Goals of the Week, sponsored by Beacon Alarms.
Airside boards, DePork, back to Valicevic. Valicevic to the right face-off circle to DePork. DePork, cross ice to Rowe. Rowe's in, shoots and scores! The first goal in Cajun Dome history goes to Sean Rowe on the power play. What a beautiful pass, threading the needle. DePork to Rowe. Rowe puts it high over Whitney, and the Cajun Dome explodes.
Welcome back to Chomp Time, and time now for Rehab Excel training tips. And Johnny Gomez, you had a chance to spend some time with him on the road. How's he working out as a trainer so far?
Johnny's doing a great job. I mean, I know it's new for him, and you know, he's starting to learn a lot of the tricks of the trade. I know the guys, you know, give him a tough time at times, but he's worked out really well. We didn't have any major injuries on the road trip, but you know, a couple games there, he got his work cut out for him. Peoria, we had a few guys unfortunately got cut up, but Johnny's doing a great job.
Let's see what he has for us this week in this week's training tips.
Training tips brought to you by Rehab XL.
This week I'm going to talk to you about taping an ankle. Right now I'm going to show you what we do. First thing you want to do when you tape an ankle is you always want to spray down with QDA. This just kind of helps the pre-wrap from sliding, help the pre-wrap stick and the tape from sliding down. Let me do this real quick. When taping an ankle, you want to remember that you always want to tape high enough to where you're giving support and not too low where you're cutting off the circulation of the foot. We start off with what we call anchors. Step one right there, 2 anchors. Step 2, you try to keep the athlete's foot straight up and down too, because you don't want it to come down. Relax. You don't want it to come down because then you're not really giving any support. Keep the ankle at a 90-degree angle like this, and you always want to go from the inside out, because most of your ankle injuries occur on the outside here, that you always want to push the ankle outward so they're not coming this way to sprain the ankle. Keep it up just like that for me. And what we're doing here is what we call a basket weave. This right here is called a stirrup, and this is called a lateral. You just follow the basic line of the foot there. What we do is a basket weave is where we alternate back and forth. Like so. And then what I do is just a closing, where I just tape all the way up to get a little bit more support around the base of the foot here, the base of the leg here. And then now we do what we call a heel lock. Always start on the inside, what we call the medial malleolus. Go down, around, up to the lateral malleolus, which is the outside bone here. Down, around, and back. Once around the foot, once around the ankle, and stop. One to make it look a little pretty here, another anchor, and then just a few to make it look pretty. And that's the basic ankle tape job right there.
Oh, you hate to see that happen.
Players in the NHL don't take that kind of abuse.
Someone make him stop! So, you know,
being an instructor with the Navy SEALs isn't all it's cracked up to be.
You are getting desperate.
No, I'm always like this. I really have no chance with you girls, do I? Be honest, I can take it.
Yes, but we cannot.
You all are like angels, I tell you.
This guy is making me sick.
Hey, you're not the only one.
The all-new 99 Sierra, the truck for the one percenters, those who want more. A more comfortable interior, a more powerful Vortex V8 engine, a stronger, stiffer, lighter frame. The reviews. 99 Sierra is arguably the new state-of-the-art in the full-size truck business. A deal. Now, get special Smart Buy or Smart Lease payments on all new 99 GMC Sierras. See your Cajun Country GMC dealers today.
There's over $1 million waiting to be won at Players Island. Call now to receive your third clue. Your third clue to solving the 8-digit combination that'll crack our visible vault. Come and see the great pyramid of cash right before your eyes. To take it home, you need to guess the code. And if you want a clue to the code, you need to phone the number below. The $1 Million Visible Vault, only at Players Island Casino. Exit 29 on the I-10 in Lake Charles, Louisiana.
Hi, I'm Al Laviolette with Friends of Motors in Abbeville. Friends of Motors is a 5-star Chrysler, Plymouth, Dodge, and Jeep dealer. We treat our customers the way we want to be treated and give the best service after the sale. Come see Jude Perry, Norman Broussard, or myself, Al Laviolette, for a great deal and good service at Friends of Motors. We're located on the bypass in Abbeville. Monsieur et mesdames et mes chers amis, Nenuard, à Friends of Motors aujourd'hui.
Hear ye, hear ye! Fox 15 is giving away over $10,000 to say thanks for making us a member of the Fox #1 Club. That's $115 3 times every night.
It's enough to make you emotional.
All you have to do is watch Fox 15 tonight between 5 and 7. When you see the Watch and Win logo appear on your screen, be the 15th caller and you win.
This is so much easier than selling clothes at a boutique for 8 hours.
Don't forget, it pays to watch Fox 15.
Dynamite!
Welcome back to Chomp Time. Time to close out this week's show, but Coach, we've got a lot of stuff on the way, a lot of games coming up, and you get the first bundle of road games out of the way. We've got a lot of home games coming up, so that makes it a lot easier for the team.
Yeah, it does. As for coaches, for myself and that, it's going to give us a lot of time to do some practices in our own building. I mean, it's tough to be trying to get a lot of stuff you want to get done when you're in other people's building. They only give you a certain amount of ice time at certain times of the day, so we're basically looking to, spend some time back here and get in our own building and get our own, familiar surroundings. And like I said, getting the fans back with us, so we're excited.
Well, one of the familiar surroundings here is going to be where we are today, the Hockey Plex. We'd like to thank them for having us out. And this is a great facility. It makes it a lot easier on the guys to come here and be able to practice, whenever you want.
Yeah, absolutely. We know the Cajun Dome is a place that has other, events in it, concerts, such and such, University of Basketball and all that stuff. So it's nice to know that you've got a backup to come to and have a fine facility like this is just unbelievable. And I know the guys really love the ice out here. It's a colder arena. It's better surroundings and stuff. So we're all excited about it.
Well, I'd like to remind you to send in your tapes. If you have a question, ask one of the Ice Gators. Send your VHS tape to Ask the Gators, care of Louisiana IceGators at 444 Cajun Dome Boulevard, Lafayette, Louisiana 70506. Looking forward to seeing some of the tapes that get sent in. And Coach, a lot of hockey left, but so far things are going real well. We talked about that. Let's just talk a little bit about the next week coming up. 3 games again for the IceGators, and the stretch just continues on. It doesn't not a lot of breaks here, as I'm sure you were accustomed to more so in the National Hockey League.
Well, we had such a great road trip. The one thing that myself and Dennis Hall have the players prepared for is that when you win all those games on the road, you have a good road trip, that you got to win the ones at home, and we have to set a precedent in our own building. It's our house, it's our home, and we got to set a precedent that we got to win all those home games and many home teams as we can. And like I said, what makes us easier to win games at home is having the fans out there cheering for us. So like I said, it's very important that we do win these games at home.
Well, Coach, we'll see you back here again next week. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks a lot.
We'll see all of you next week as well, right here on Chomp Time.
Chomp Time was brought to you by the Medical Center of Southwest Louisiana, Women's and Children's Hospital, Cajun Country GMC dealers, Bud Light, and Fox.